Came with my whole gang. 20 ever swapped up. Fuck you mean you need to see I did.
Cause I'm a money getter. Cause I'm a money getter. Cause I'm a money getter.
What is up, guys? Basically, I'm here again to bring you another video of 5 things I love about my car. Thanks for interrupting my video. I just made this all happen. All right, he's left. Okay, so I have made a 5 things I love about my 5 things I love and hate about my Mark. I've made a 5 things I love and hate about my Mark 7 GTI. I don't have the GTI anymore, so now I'm gonna make a 5 things I love and hate about this car. This is part 1 where it's 5 things I love. So, I've owned the car for about 2 months now, and so I don't have long history details of what I love, but so far this is what I've got. Alright, so before I start this video, I'm gonna say these are all matter of opinion. I don't know a lot about BMWs, really, so don't take what I say in very high measures because I could say something wrong. Other than that, let's get to it. Alright, so we're basically just gonna get into it right now. I'm gonna start off with number 1, and the first thing I love about this car right now is the steering of this car. Basically, the steering of this car is it's a very heavy steering. If you haven't noticed, in a lot of the newer cars lately, just super light, nothing, butter steering. I hate that, to be honest. I want a car that has a rough, where I have to use effort to turn, and this car actually has it. The handling with the turning too is actually pretty nimble. When you're going around a corner, you understand where you are and in the wheel and with all force that's going down. That kind of didn't make sense. Yeah, so basically the steering of this car, great, I love it. This is gonna be my Mark 7 GTI video where I get so much hate. This, like I said, the steering is super heavy, so when you're in a corner and you feel the weight being shifted to the car, this car has a perfect balance of 50-50 front and rear even weight distribution. This car is very direct, so you understand where you are in the wheel at all times, if that makes sense. Well, basically that's it for number 1. All right, so number 2. The second thing I love about this car is the looks, basically. I have a 2007, so it's the very first year they made this car. And honest to God, for it being 2007, it looks kind of better than some new 2017 cars. I'll put some photos around the screen so you can see what they look like when they're done with coils, wheels, any sort of suspension, just that tasteful mod. These cars stance extremely well too, so they're very good looking. They could keep up for being a 10-year-old car, or for at least mine, a 10-year-old car. I love the way this car looks. I don't know what to say. I suck at this. I'm just gonna do a backflip. Personally for mine, I really like my color scheme, the space gray with black wheels. I'm not a big fan of black wheels, to be honest, in general, on any color car, but I actually really do like this color scheme. I'm enjoying the way this car looks, and any other 335 as well. They're just beautiful cars. Number 3, we're basically gonna have to take it back inside of the car. This is kind of like a little personal thing that I like. So the third thing I actually do enjoy about this car is the paddles. So I don't know the actual name of what these types of paddles are called. It's kind of a weird thing. I know the IS250 has it, I think, or maybe IS300. The paddle shifters, both left and right, shift up, and then both left and right also shift down. So to shift up, you just click it click it towards you, and to shift down, you push it back. It's kind of a weird little feature, but it's actually really sick. It's cool because if you're going through a corner, you can use either finger. If you're up here or down here, wherever your hands are, you can shift. That's kind of the only reason that it's cool. Otherwise, you can just use this if you wanted to shift. But the fourth thing that's actually really cool about 335s is that all the internals in the motor are forged from the factory. Besides the pistons, actually, but everything is forged. So having that BMW do that on a 2007 and up car, that's actually really cool. If you're pushing crazy power, of course you're gonna need to forge the pistons, but other than that, this motor's super good. There's many common problems the water pump, the thermostat, the high pressure fuel pump, the turbos, of course. There's a lot of common problems, but if all those problems are fixed, then this car is pretty reliable, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so the fifth and last thing about this car that I love is the tunability of this car. The tunability with this car is actually crazy. With $1,000, you could easily get 400 horsepower. And then extra money, of course, you're gonna get way more power. But inline 6 twin turbo cars, with having itsy bitsy turbos, they can make crazy power with very little mod. Catless downpipes, a tune, intake. If you're at full bolt-ons, you could easily push like crazy power with a good tune. But like I said, the tunability with this car is wonderful. That's like one reason why I wanted this car, is because I know how much power you can make out of these cars. And just like the handling, everything about this car is beautiful. I have honestly no bad things to say except for little stupid stuff that BMW wanted to do to make their things better, but in reality, it didn't make it better at all. All right, so basically that's it with this car. 5 things I love about it. Those are the 5 things I love about this car. Amazing car. I truly don't have a lot to say that's bad, so when I make this 5 things I hate, it's kind of gonna be hard. I also have a 5 things I love / hate about my Mark 7 GTI. I also made a video of 5 things I love about my friend's Liberty Walk Challenger, so also the links will be in the description too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Peace out. See you again.